Is anyone else starting to worry about the X Factor? Ratings are bad at the minute. Really bad. Don't get us wrong, it's still beating shows like Love Island and Toei, but to put things into perspective, Simon Cowell and the gang used to draw in more than 14 million per episode. Last weekend, which marked the first of the live shows and the first eliminations of the series, just 4.3 million live viewers tuned in. Thoughts a drop of almost 70%. Sharon Osbourne's convinced she knows what the problem is. Things have changed. Younger kids are on their computers all day and all night, she explained on the One Show last week. Times move on, times change. True, but then why was Strictly Come Dancing still able to rake in an average of 9.6 million viewers across Saturday and Sunday? Related article: X Factor final, will it clash with Strictly? Believe it or not, there was once a time when the X Factor used to humiliate Strictly in the ratings war. But that's a battle that hasn't been won by ITV since 2011, when Little Mix were crowned champions. Fast forward 6 years and Simon has admitted defeat. "I've learned to my mouth shut about that," he told The Sun. "We can't compete with their overall audience because they're much older. What's important for us is to keep the young audience interested in the show. Regardless of the stats, Simon isn't going down without a fight." At the start of the series, the team promised viewers a better show than ever as they introduced change upon change to its once flawless format. The aim was to convince its previously devoted audience to give the X Factor a second chance. But are the tactics working? All new Factoron of the biggest changes and talking points this year is the new prize fight sing-off. Traditionally, the two bottom acts have gone head-to-head to stay in the competition. Now, the two acts with the most votes have to battle it out for what Dermot O'Leary called a career-changing prize. Given the description, we were expecting the prize to be a huge opportunity of some sort, like opening for Mariah Carey when she arrives in the UK in a few weeks for her annual Christmas tour. But nope. It was actually a trip to New York to see Pink, an awesome prize for a fan of course, but the sing-off was between Grace Davies and Rakesu. Forgive us for jumping to conclusions, but we suspect Rakesu probably aren't the biggest Pink fans in the world. And even if they were, how would being in the same venue as Pink change anyone's career? We're a bit confused. Here's what viewers had to say about Edie Agree loved the old format and the sing-off. Now the winner will be easily predictable X Factor, unamused face. D. At Renua_Lydia October 30th 2017. What was the prize fight all about? Who cares? Bring back the sing-off instead. X Factor 2017 X Factor. Bring back the sing-off. Clara Valenti at Band 1RL October 30th 2017. What's with the sing-off for prizes? It's supposed to be the X Factor, not Bullseye. Ashley Parker at Ashleap 1986 October 30th 2017. The X Factor is dead now that they have removed the best part of the show, survival sing-off. Why on earth would you do that? X Factor. Ross Pool SDFC at RKP SDFC the 30th of October 29, 2017. A sing-off for a prize within a competition when they're already getting so much given to them? Doesn't work. Don't care who wins X Factor. Ellie Kipax at Ellie Kipax October 29, 2017. It's fair to say the prize fight hasn't received the best reviews from viewers. But it's not all bad news for Simon and company. For the first time ever this series, acts have been allowed to perform their own material rather than back-to-back cheesy covers. The result? Well, Grace Davies' song Too Young is currently at number 2 in the iTunes charts, overtaking the likes of Ed Sheeran and Stormzy. Meanwhile, Rakesu are at number 4 with their self-penned track Mamacita. Not a bad start, eh? Get 'em Awfulsware, viewers and Digital Spy have given a big thumbs up to the new concept of 2 acts leaving per week instead of 1. The pace of the show has shot up, It's more exciting and each episode is now unmissable. But one thing we don't understand, what's the point in the judges? Sharon, Lewis Walsh and Nicole Scherzinger have pretty much been made redundant under the new X Factor rules. Sure, they give their opinion at the end of each performance, but they don't have a vote. The control now entirely sits with the public. This means no deadlock, no bickering, and no more watching the judges squirm as they're forced to decide who to send home. Is it just us, or has this made the X Factor suddenly lose its entertainment factor? Not feeling this new X Factor setup at all. What's the point of the judges if they're not gonna judge and vote someone off? X Factor 2017, Claire Dunn. At Clary Weary, October 30th, 2017. X Factor. I don't think I like the new change. I preferred it when we had the sing-offs and judges vote on the final two and deadlock. Brinjik, Lisa Marie. At Lisa Westgarth 93, October 29th, 2017. Simon may hate it, but the X Factor is famous for churning out cheesy artists Jedward, Honey G and Wagner, to name a few. So we couldn't believe it when ITV decided to branch out and embrace the world of grime by showcasing Stormzy. After Dermot introduced him, we were expecting the London star to march out and tell us, "You're way too big for your boots," or alternatively to shut up. But what did we get? His least grime song ever, in the form of Blinded by Your Grace. Don't get us wrong, it was an amazing performance, but we were just expecting the king of grime to, well, deliver grime thoughts. Not all thoughts disappointed us this series either. How can ITV expect anyone to immerse themselves in the X Factor when the stars of the show seem so half-hearted? During the auditions, Nicole, Sharon and Simon all missed at least one episode. Digital Spy attended the official X Factor press launch back in the summer, but Simon and Sharon didn't bother turning up, leaving us wondering if the X Factor is even a priority for the music mogul anymore. With ratings struggling the way that they are, we wouldn't be surprised if Simon was focusing more on other projects, for example his new ITV singing show hosted by Emma Willis, Your Song. But you can't say he hasn't at least tried to rescue the X Factor. Has pretty much tried every trick in the book this series to make the show the untouchable Saturday night champion it once was. So, why aren't ratings picking up? Cat Deeley recently launched her new Sky One talent competition, Sing Ultimate a Cappella. When Digital Spy caught up with her, we asked her what she thinks Simon should do to bring the X Factor back to life. She told us, "You know what I think it is? Every single big entertainment show like that, they're all cyclical. If you look at Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent, its opportunity knocks 20 years ago. Or 25 years ago. When shows are hugely successful like that, people want to see them, want to see them, want to see them, and then they get a bit bored. They put them away for a little bit. And then when they miss them, they bring the shows back. And that's essentially what happens." Hold on a second, Miss Deeley, what are you suggesting? Axing the X Factor? What on earth would we do with our Saturday and Sunday nights? If Simon did pull the plug on the show, weekends just wouldn't be the same. We'd miss the crap out of it. But then again, we guess that's Cat's point. You never know what you've got until it's gone. The X Factor is on ITV, Saturdays and Sundays. Want up with the minute entertainment news and features? Just hit like on our Digital Spy Facebook page and follow on our @DigitalSpy Twitter account and you're all set.